GTII and the shorter time frame ended up getting the breakout that we were looking for from that falling wedge, right? Let's go ahead and see the potentials for the following days. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with a GTII technicals, raw price action, and statistical thread of analysis on this Taco Tuesday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community and Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, so yes, we got that breakout from that falling wedge on the hourly time frame. The upside target or the price objective for this formation is actually taken by a trend line from the top side of the triangle all the way to the lower end of the triangle. You apply it to that area of breakout and we're being taken to about $2.56. We definitely got, let's see. How big was it, right? So yeah, from today's price action, we ended up at a high of day at about 7.3% to the upside. Very good, which is only suggesting yes, we're at a resistance right now, but it's all good. It is suggesting a continuation to that upside, right? So we had this drawn in here because we already know that this is an area of resistance, right? First of all, in a larger time frame, we have the resistance from the 3.618 at 233, right? Of course, we're failing that, and we did have the resistance from a shorter time frame right upside of the 1.272, 232, and the 1.618 at 238. Okay, so very confluent targets and different time frames of resistance in geometric levels. Okay, so I know yesterday we talked about the little inverse herpy derpy over here that we have we have the shoulder here, we have the head here, and the shoulder here for an inverse head and shoulders, right? So yeah, there is that potential as well, right? So if we were able to take that price objective, please remember that price objective can actually be figured with the neckline, right, which would be this line right over here. I'll just make it a different color so that we don't get so confused, right? I'll do that and also make it a little thicker, just like that, right? So then from this area, we can actually take, we're going to correct it, right? So let's just go ahead and take a trend line from the top side of that, in the center, right, of that trend line all the way to the lowest point of the head, and then we apply it to the top side of the shoulder, okay? So in this case, in the center of the shoulder, right? So in this case, you can actually see that, yes, we are being taken to about $3.07, right at the resistance that we were facing regarding this large gap that we actually had formed right over here. Let me just show you this gap right over here, which was formed back when. This was September 2022, right? So everything is looking pretty good. The targets, they are confluent to each other and they are following geometrics pretty nicely. Okay, let's move on to the next chart and see what we have. So this is the 749 days of resistance, right? Sounds like a whole last movie. But yeah, so we got that, just to reiterate here, right? We got that weekly closure, and that weekly closure ended up pushing the stochastic momentum oscillator into the bullish control zone with an upside pivot while we are contracting. This is absolutely important for us to know, okay, you guys? And the reason why is because historically speaking, when we are contracting, or when we are contracting from a critical expansive level of the volatility alongside or paired with the stochastic oscillator pivoted towards the upside, we get a pretty substantial move to the upside. Okay, so in this case, not only that is it signaling an upside, but I did highlight here a very, very large weekly iteration of a bullish engulfing candle formation. Okay, so we're currently sitting right over here, and that's about $2.32 right now at the traditional market close, right? So let's go ahead and continue on the analysis here and see what we have. Okay, so the 5-day volatility versus momentum backtest is still in play and still suggesting a continuation to the upside. In fact, it's gotten a little closer to the target that would be expected here. It's taking us to so the 162 spot 05% average, which by the way has a 4 out of 4 hit rate historically speaking, right? So these are the samples for the last 7 years backtest of the 5-day iteration. So that's taking us to about $3.25 right around there with a 100% accuracy, right? Yeah, I know. That's all we have to work with though. It's no problem. We can continue backtesting stuff, but in the 5-day time frame, we still are expecting that upside metric. Okay, now let's jump into the 3-day. Remember, the 3-day volatility backtest is where we in fact have that entire entire back test, and we gathered all the samples from the entire trading history of the GTII asset on the 3-day time frame. Okay, so upon that back test, yes, we did get several iterations, right, of which 21 were guessed correctly to the upside, and that upside thrust we're getting is 971. Okay, so 971% leads us to a very confluent target, not only with the top side of our channel, but also with the 4-spot 618 located right at about 1023. And notice over here that the 971.38% upside move is taking us to 1009. Okay, so $10 is pretty much rhyming a lot in this formation, right? So this is looking pretty good, you guys. And not only that, we definitely got on the 3-day iteration, we got the breakout out of our pennant here, right? So now the pennant does have an upside trajectory, and that target can be at about $3.65. Okay, so that's also another target for us to kind of take a look at, right? So now let's go ahead and look at the last part of the analysis and see what we have, right? So 30-minute, let's start off with a 30-minute. Okay, so the 30-minute immediate short-term time frame RSI is suggesting a continuation to the upside. We have come back to use that 14-day simple moving average as that form of support. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now let's look at the 6-hour time frame. Notice that the 6-hour time frame is pivoted towards the upside. Notice as well that the 14-day simple moving average, although above us and can be bearish, it's pivoted towards the upside. This is indicative of a potential crossing of this moving average in an upward manner. Okay, so we're getting close to the gravitational pull or the gravitational zone from the bull strength percentile, which would essentially help us realize that upside even still. And this 12-hour is essentially validating the potential upsides from both of the 30-minute and 6-hour time frames. So go ahead and notice that we came back, used that 14-day simple as a form of support. We're sitting right now at the gravitational zone of the bull strength percentile, very likely for us to find a continuation to the upside. Notice the daily time frame as well, upside pivot right here, approaching the gravitational zone, likely to find that upside. 14-day simple with an upside pivot. Notice right over here on the buy daily that we do have that gravitational zone right now, and there is now an upside pivot on that 14-day simple moving average. Okay, so yes, we can consolidate in this area, but we are still suggesting an upside, and based on the shorter time frames there, it could actually validate an upside continuation on the buy daily. Okay, so notice now the 5-day is still with an upside pivot approaching the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile, very likely for us to continue on to that upside. Okay, but we do have to keep a close eye in the price action. Remember, guys, that the link in the description below is there for the ArcMasters course if you are willing to or if you want to go ahead and get enrolled and become a master's student. I will be going over live, by the way, these lessons from the beginning of trading, from the very fundamentals of what trading is, all the way up to advanced topics and mathematical applications. So make sure to reserve your seat now. Follow that email in the description below and we'll get you situated. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, okay? As I cannot, and I repeat, I cannot suggest for you to buy or sell any assets whatsoever, okay? I need you to do your own DD and everything will be good, okay, you guys? So, yeah, upside targets tomorrow could actually lead to about $2.37 if we do get that much of an upside thrust before coming back down to our current highs and validate as a support before a continuation to the upside, right? So with that said, you guys, I wish you well, a very, very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.